Hi, I'm Linda Black, the yoga coach. Welcome to Yoga for Detox. This is a 30-minute video. Please feel free to do 10, 20, or 30, all 30 minutes at one sitting. It will be helpful for digestion. And if you've just had a meal, this is a great pose to sit in to let your food digest and settle. Okay? Other than that, I want you to wait 1 to 2 hours after you eat before you do the rest of this sequence. It's best done on an empty stomach. Okay? So, we're going to start with a breathing sequence it's called Kapalabhati. I didn't make up the name, but skull shining. And it's typically done to clear the head. I'm using it today to fire up the middle section, the abs, just to get the digestive juices going and to create some tapas, or to create some heat to burn metabolism. Okay? So join me, and I want you to sit in this comfortable seated position on a blanket using a block. So I've just placed the block lengthwise between the ankles, and then I'm sitting back on the block. If it's uncomfortable, use a chair. Okay? Make it comfortable for you. You can still do the postures even if you're not in the position that I'm in. Okay? Adjust it for your body. So Kapalabhati, or skull shining, is like sneezing. Achoo. You're going to contract the belly firmly and strongly, very quickly, to expel the air out. And then you'll do that in succession over and over again. Join me, taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Okay, we'll start in a minute. I just want you to get settled. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, inhale. Now we'll begin. Exhale halfway. And then begin. 10, 20, 30. And on the last one, you're going to exhale all the air out. Then take a breath in. Hold it. And exhale. We'll do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale halfway. And begin. 10. 20. All the air out. That's 30. Inhale. Hold at the top. And exhale. Last set. Inhale. Exhale part of the way out. And begin. Short, quick. 20. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold it full, and exhale. So you should feel a little bit of burning, fire starting to catch in the belly. Take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths after that, just a cleansing for that breath. So this sequence involves some of my best practices, or a combination of postures that include twists and forward bends and abdominal massage. That's one of the abdominal massages that we're getting. This next one is a twist. So you're going to remove the block and take the feet over to one side, placing, come up onto your knees. And place your right foot, if I'm mirroring you, on top of your left foot. Okay, so the knee that's bent more is going to be on top of the bottom leg. This would be my bottom leg, top leg, foot's on top. Then we're going to take the left arm around and clasp the right elbow. You can stay here, that's opening of the chest, and then you sort of twist. And if you can, reach your hand down to the thigh. You're going to use that hand to assist in twisting deeper. Plug the sit bones into the floor and rise up through the crown of the head to twist. 3 deep breaths. If it's too restricting, remember you can let go and just have a hand on the knee. Or even both arms out. Release to center. Switch to the other side. So I'll come up on my hands and knees. Place the left foot on top of my right foot, or inside the arch of the foot. Left arm comes around. Nope. Right arm comes around. Clasp the elbow. And plant the hand on the thigh, twist. Again, 3 deep breaths, in and out through the nose. This twisting action has the effect of wringing out toxins from the body. It also puts some pressure on the internal organs. Kind of helps get them moving again. Good, and release. And take the legs out in front of you. That should feel really good to stretch them out. Into Dandasana, or staff pose. And I'm just going to inch my way forward a little bit and take the fleshy part of the buns off so my sit bones are plugging in. My hands are going to assist that. Lifting straight up, and then pull the navel towards the spine, and the spine towards the navel. Reach up. Exhale, take the forward fold. If your hamstrings are tight, you could bend your knees slightly to take the edge off, because we're really wanting to get into the belly here. Pull the belly up, hands to the feet, and then take a forward fold. Legs straight or bent. Stay here for 5 deep breaths. And then slowly bring yourself back up to seated position. And then bending your left knee into the chest. We're going to take it across the body slightly. Reach behind you with the opposite hand for support. Then take the elbow and cross it over the knee. And twist. Or you can hug. Vriksasana 3 is the name of this pose. It's just another great twisting posture. Breathe deep. Don't force or wrench your neck. Just keep the chin in line and just simply open the chest. And release. Let's go to the second side. Left leg straight, right leg bend, knee crosses center. Take your right hand behind, and then cross the elbow against the knee, and open to the back side. Try to keep the tilt in the pelvis from sinking to really straight up. If you're having a really rough time of it, use a blanket. Right underneath the sit bones, that'll help keep you upright. Last breath, and release to center. Coming out, awesome. Roll the shoulders. Then we're going to come back onto your elbows. I'm going to move the blanket out of the way. For a little abdominal work, there's nothing like getting the digestive juices going by working the abs. So from here, we're going to lift the right leg up. On an inhale, on an exhale, bring it back down. Left leg, inhale, exhale, back down. So you can keep that pace, or if you'd like, you can hold both legs into the air and then just bend and tap the foot to the floor. This requires a lot more abdominal strength. So this would be the challenge. Otherwise, you've got both legs on the floor and you're just lifting one at a time. We'll do it for about 10 breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, extend, last step. And the left side. And then slowly lower down. And release. Whew, that's really strong for the abs. And we're going to sit back up. Pull the knees wide. And take a hold of the ankles. Lift through the sternum and sit straight down through the sit bones. Baddha Konasana, one of my favorite postures. Let your knees drop open and the chest lift through. And then take a forward fold. Again, hold for 5 breaths. Breathing into the back body. Our mantra today is, I trust my body's intuition. So I want you to just kind of think about how you digest life itself. Not just from a physical standpoint, but how do you take things in, review them, and then use them or utilize them in your life? Are you able to sort through what works for you and let go of what doesn't? So a sign of weight gain, or sometimes holding on to weight, or having digestive issues as well, can be that we're not letting go of what no longer serves us. So the mantra today is, I trust my body's intuition. Often our bodies will say, oh, I'd like to eat a big salad today, but we're not trusting that intuition. We're listening to the body and its needs. Just allow for that to kind of get into your psyche. Okay, knees together. And let's just come to a straight spine here, and we'll take Mrityasana. This is another one that's going to really kind of crunch the internal organs and get them juiced up. So you're going to bring the left knee into the chest, raise the left arm, and take it through, so your knee and shoulder are in line with each other, and you're reaching for the opposite leg. Okay, if that's hard, bend your knee, and then step on the gas pedal. Feels really good. Okay, once you've got that full stretch forward, take the arm and either take to the side or wrap it all the way behind you, and bring the forehead to the knee. You're going to feel a restriction in the belly. It'll be harder to breathe here. So we're going to take 5 full breaths, long and deep. And then gently come back out. We'll switch sides. So straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. And I'm using my hands to bring the knee to bend so I can keep that hip flexor relaxed. Okay, once again, take the right arm up, reach forward to clasp the top of the foot, step on the gas pedal, give yourself a nice stretch through the shoulder, and then you'll take the arms on either side, lift the chest forward. Exhale, pull the belly in strong, and round the low back as you come forward. Arms come behind the back. 5 deep breaths. Do the posture, the sense of a posture that fits your own body. You don't have to be clasping, you can be here. You're still going to feel that crunch in the belly. You're still going to get the effect. So rather than giving up, I want you to stick with it. Stay with it, stay with the breath. Do as much of the pose as you possibly can. And then coming back out in a release. And then straighten the right leg and bring your left foot and simply bring it alongside you. So the hip, the foot's in a straight line. If this is harsh on your knee, again, use your block or blanket. Place it underneath the sit bones. Feels better. And you're going to bring the right knee into the chest, clasp around the sole of the foot, and lift it off the floor. Okay, if that's all you can do, stay right here. Otherwise, you're going to bring the chest up, pull the belly in strong, and then extend the leg out. The knee doesn't have to go straight, but it could. I'm trying really hard. I've got really tight hamstrings. Lots of running. Breathe. With each breath, lift up a little taller and extend the leg a little longer. If you're rounding in your low back, not a good posture. Bend the knee, lift the chest, keep the low back straight and strong. And then you're going to come back out, switch legs. So we'll bring the left leg out and bring the right foot right alongside the torso, the hip. Pull the left knee in, clasp, interlace the fingers around the ball of the foot, the sole of the foot, and then draw the knee in. Lift up and extend. This is called Crunchasana. What a great name, yeah. Breathe. 5 deep breaths in this posture. And again, if you don't have time to do the full 30 minutes, do 10 minutes at a time. 10 minutes today, 10 minutes tomorrow, 10 minutes the next day, and then repeat. Press your foot into the hand, hand into the foot. Chest lifts. And then gently come back out. And bend the knee. And release to the floor. We're going to come into Balasana, or child's pose. That side. Hands and knees. You sit all the way back, reaching the arms forward. With the forehead all the way to the floor. This pose has so many yummy benefits, one of which is it helps your digestion. So if you just want to stay here for about 5 or 6 breaths. Feel the full effects. Stay there, one more breath. And then come onto your hands and knees. We're going to lower down onto our belly. Into Shalabhasana. So locust pose, arms at your side. You're going to start with the forehead on the floor. Take your sit bones towards your heels. Keep some length here. And then pull your ribcage in and press the pubis into the floor. From that posture, you're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. High centered on the belly. You're going to feel some abdominal massage going on here. Breathe. And on your next exhale, we're going to pick up the feet and stretch the crown of the head forward and the feet back. Lengthen the legs. Check your knees for straightness. I want you to lock the knees out here. And then lift a little bit higher. Lift even higher. And exhale, release to the floor. Turn your head to one side. And take a breath. We'll do that a second time with the forehead on the floor. Hands clasped behind the base of the spine. Interlace the fingers. And then rise up. Head, neck, and shoulders. Fist pointing towards the back wall, and then lift the feet. So we're going to get a deeper stretch in the chest. Across the shoulders, lifting high. the stress and tension out of the neck by lengthening, and out of the face by relaxing the jaw. And release. Turn the head again to the opposite direction. Take a couple of deep breaths. And when you're ready, come back onto your hands and knees. We're going to flip around to the back side. The feet through, lay all the way down on your back. Coming into bridge. Now, one thing I want to do before we go into bridge, I brought some oils with me. I brought Digestion, which you can use, as you know, right on the belly. So just a drop or two right on the belly. If you're having nausea or muscle cramps, menstrual cramps, Digestion is great for that. A couple drops in some water, swig it down. Also good for digestion. The other thing I brought here was Citrus Bliss. Now, what does that have to do with digestion? Really nothing physically, but Citrus Bliss really opens the heart and the mind. And I think it opens you up to what you're digesting from the world view coming in and can create some creativity. So I just like Citrus Bliss for the creativity. Put it across the forehead or your third eye, on the neck and on the wrist. All right, so that's for your oil tip for the day. Go ahead and lay back. Plant the feet firmly on the floor, shoulders into the mat. If you've got a ponytail, move it so that the back of the head fits firmly onto the floor. And your gaze is straight up at the ceiling. Then we'll take the hips up, and the shoulders back. And you just roll the shoulders underneath you. Support with the elbows and lift a little higher. Take 5 deep breaths here in bridge. And then lower gently to the floor. And in between bridges, we're going to do a second one. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. So what this involves is just the motion or rocking sensation of the pelvis. So you can see, I'm going to create space between the mat and my low back, and then I'm going to take that space out and smash my hand, basically. The inhale, I'm releasing. The exhale, I'm going to roll from the ab all the way up to the navel, pressing from the front side to the back. Inhale, release. Exhale, contract, pelvic floor. Pubis towards the navel. Low back to the mat. Inhale, release. Exhale. Shoulders remain neutral. Inhale. Try it a couple more times. It can be a little tricky. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. And then come to a neutral spine, so somewhere right in between. And we'll take a second bridge. For those of you who want to do camel, I'm going to show you camel. So second bridge is just lifting the hips, same thing we did before. If you'd like, you can come up onto your knees. This is a little bit more challenging, okay? But again, it's opening the belly up for digestion. You can turn the toes under, here. Hug the ankles in. Plant the hands or make a fist right on the base of the spine. And then instead of bending the low back, I'm going to lengthen the low back by pulling the belly in strong and lift the chest up to the sky. And then I'm going to reach up and back, up and over, up shoulders wide, elbows hugging. If you want to reach the feet, you can reach the feet. Just open the camel posture. Keep the legs hugging in. And you come up. You know, hug the center line. Lift from the belly. Last thing up is your head. Good. And then sit back or come out of bridge if you're still in bridge. Awesome. That should feel really good to your tummy. Okay. So, next posture is fish pose, and I'm going to modify the fish pose. You're going to need a block, and you can do it without a block as well. I'm going to show you with a block because I think it's fun. I learned this in a workshop from Adam Ballinger. Very fun. So you're going to place the block right underneath the hip. This is one of my mentors. Create robot arms here. And then instead of lifting the hips, we're actually going to lift the chest. So it looks like this. And you're looking back, keeping a natural curve in the neck. So you don't want to crunch the neck and come all the way on the top of the head. It's just sort of on the back of the head. I'm going to move my ponytail. There we go. Relax the shoulders, okay? If they're tensed up, you're going to create more fixation on the front side of the body. I want you to open the front side and really press the elbows back. Take 5 deep breaths here. Sit bone or tailbone still on the block. Five deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then you'll gently tuck the chin. Come back down. Lift the hips, remove the block. Excellent. Then we'll take happy baby. So the knees come right up into the chest. And match the knee to your armpit or shoulder. So I've got a wide stance between the legs, and I'm going to bring the arms up alongside the shin and press down the sole of the foot. So knees coming in, and press the feet into the hands until you feel the length of the low back extend to the floor. And hold. Can you feel that restriction in your belly? I want you to breathe into the belly here. Really get it moving. Ascending and descending colon. So your ascending is up the right side, descends from the left side down. And then finally you release the legs, just rock side to side. Take it in a circular motion. And then reverse the circle. And then I'll place you in a Shavasana that's called Supta Baddha Konasana. I just love the name of that. Supta Baddha Konasana means Supta, lying down on your back, and then Baddha is bound, angle pose, Konasana. So you're going to open the knees wide. And I'm going to use a block underneath each knee for support. So I'd like you to grab something that helps those knees stay supported rather than hanging open, because then you're just overstretching the ligaments of the body. Okay? So a block under the thigh, just to be supportive. Your soles of your feet together. Chest open, arms at your side. You're going to relax deeply into Shavasana. Let your head, neck, and shoulders release to the floor. It's a very quick and easy sequence of postures just to help the belly and organs ignite and get some of that digestive fire going on. Boost your metabolism. to let it all kind of concentrate and settle in this posture for about 5 minutes. You're going to release and relax. Quiet the mind. Quiet the body. Stay here for another 4 minutes at least. Longer if you have time. Doing just 1 or 2 of these postures daily will make a difference, especially if you're having issues with digestion. So I invite you to do 5, 10, 15, even up to 30 minutes. Right. I trust my body's intuition. Let yourself fall gently into the floor, deeply releasing, relaxing, surrender. I'll leave you here in Shavasana. Thank you for watching and practicing with me on your mat. Until next time, namaste.